Welcome. Today we are going to learn about Socrates. Socrates was a Greek philosopher from Athens. He lived on the 1st century BC. His father was Socrates. His father was a sculptor. About his mother was a midwife. Her name was Finerite. As his father, he was trained as a sculptor. He served in Athenian army. He is known as the father of philosophy, even without authoring a single essay talking about philosophy. That is, he never writes books. He is known through his friends and his students through their works long after his death. Especially, his student Plato shares his master's ideology through his works, and he makes Socrates as a character in his works. Most important one in Socrates' life is that one day Oracle had mentioned about Socrates, one of his friends, that Socrates was the wisest man in Athens. Who is Oracle? Oracle is the chief priest, and he offered advice and prophecy with the help of divine source. So Oracle is a priest, and naturally people believe that prophecy will come true. But Socrates does not respond to his prophecy, and he tried to prove the prophecy as wrong because he knows that he is not knowledgeable in a number of areas. He wishes to prove that Oracle's prophecy about him is wrong. To prove Oracle's prophecy as wrong, he started to find what is truly worthwhile in life. And he started to talk to his friends and people from various areas, and he found that people think themselves as wise in the areas where they don't have much idea about that. That is, the people try to show themselves as, or they pretend as they are very knowledgeable even though they have little knowledge about that particular area. And now Socrates got an idea why Oracle told him as the wisest man in Athens. That is, the tendency of the people to pretend themselves as wisest is the reason why Oracle said as Socrates was the wisest man in Athens, because Socrates does not claim as he is a knowledgeable person, because he knows that he is nothing, and he is ready to accept that he is ignorant in lots of areas. So Oracle's words proved as correct, as Socrates is the wisest person. The youth of Athens started following Socrates because they were attracted by his philosophy. But people from high-class family hate him because those who claim as wise, Socrates asks lots of questions about their ideas and challenged them as they were wrong. Consequently, high-class people start thinking that Socrates is publicly humiliating them. He has a character that he always tells the people as their beliefs are not true. It may be related to their religion or their views. He tries to teach them the difference between belief and knowledge. He explains in such a way that knowledge is always true and belief is only true for some people and for a point of time. In 399 BC, he was sentenced to death for the reason that he was corrupting the youth of the city. He felt guilty and killed him by making him drink hemlock poison. Now, let's discuss about what is the Socratic method. This method was introduced by Socrates. It is like a cooperative argument between individuals, that is, this method is based on asking questions and answering questions to enhance their critical thinking. According to Socrates, by allowing individuals to ask innocent questions, he would draw out their ideas and direct towards their errors too. That is, by using this method, people can identify their mistakes instead of teaching them what is true. According to Socrates, it is better to lead the people to the truth than teaching them what is true. Moral reformation is the aim of this method. That is, you yourself criticize and reform yourself. That is, finding the underlying errors or learning the truth. When it comes in the area of education, Socratic method means the teacher allows the students to ask innocent questions, and using their innocent questions, teacher guide the students towards their answer. That is, instead of simply answering for students' questions, the teacher asks a couple of questions to the students, and then through the questions, the teacher led the students to the answer. This is a great teaching method. It makes the students engaged and provides a clear clarification for their questions. Let me give one example. Once Socrates asked a question, what is piety? And a priest, his name is Euthyphro, he claims that he knows the answer. Actually, the word piety has two meanings. First one is in narrow sense. Piety means knowing and doing what is correct in religious rituals. For example, knowing what prayers should be said on any specific occasion, or knowing how to perform a sacrifice. In a broad sense, it's righteousness, being a good person. So, Euthyphro claims that he knows the answer and starts explaining. He explained the meaning in the narrow sense. And Socrates argues as his explanation is inadequate, because Socrates wants Euthyphro to understand the real meaning of the word piety. In short, what is the aim of Socratic method is that by asking deeper questions, the other person can realize his own errors. Hope you got an idea about Socrates. Thank you for watching.